Good morning. We're coming to you live from 2 feet below. This is your host, Joey, and this is the true story of how I met Jason. So, it was about 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember. I was about 12 when this first started. My school nurse pulled me aside one day and she told me about this camp called Camp Seroptimist. So she said it was very different. It's a week long, and at that point I've never spent a week away from my family. So that was kind of, she said it was outside, it was dirty, it was bugs, it was camp. So I learned that Camp Seroptimist is a camp where they teach their counselors how to handle each person's disability, how to lift, how to care for individuals. There's a week for blind and deaf. There's a week for physically disabled. There's a week for all kinds of things. You can go to camp when you're 50. There was a week for the elderly. And so she addressed that perhaps I would be interested in A, having a break from my family, and B, just getting to do some things. She said that they get to go horseback riding, they get to go swimming, everything you get to do at camp. And so I was actually very excited, even though, like I said, I never spent any time like that away from my family. It was new. I would have people I didn't know taking care of me for a week. But it really excited me, and it turned out my family was very happy to have a week break from me also. So, anyway, I started going to the camp when I was 12, and it was summer, so it was about June when the physically challenged kids would go. And so it was always around June 13th, I think, June 15th, something like that. So every year I would begin to look forward to this, and I love horseback riding. If I can get a picture for you guys, I sure will do that. Swimming, swimming was okay. It wasn't my thing. I can't swim, but again, they would help us, the counselors. They could help hold you up, or if you just needed floaties or something, they would provide floaties. We'd pack our everything, clothes for a week, our sleeping bags, everything. And one night we even slept outside, camped outside, made a campfire. It was just like camp. And so I can't thank this lady enough. In fact, I got a chance about 2 years ago to call her up. I think she may have been a little surprised to hear from me on her phone, but I thanked her, and I just told her how grateful I was for her doing that for me, and that, of course, is where I met Jason. And so I told her I'm married because of her, and everything. So I hope I wasn't intruding on her. I really love her, and I appreciated what she did for me. So that was when I was about 12. I went every single year, and then in 2000 I was 21, and so so a friend of mine named Tanya, who had been going to camp with me since I was 12. So, and it's funny because we always see the same friends maybe once a year, but we're like, hey, how's it going? I love you. I miss you, And so if you get their address, their phone number, you can talk. And it was funny because when I got into high school, one of my friends, Leslie, was in my high school. She was a grade higher than me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know you from camp. So we got to know each other better in our high school. But so back in 2000 in June, I'm at camp, and a friend of mine named Tanya, she and I were talking one day, and she says, "Hey Joey, you want to meet this guy named Jason? He likes to write too," because she knows I like to write. She says he likes to write too. You guys should hook up. And that's all she said, right? Okay, so I know a lot of guys. Like I said, I've been going there for, at that point, what was that, 9 years? And so I knew most of the guys at camp. I knew a guy named Jason who I didn't know very well. So I'm like, oh, well, does she mean him? He's the only guy I really don't know very well. I never really got a chance to say hello to him and to hang out with him. But it's really weird because that same day I saw this guy on the deck outside who I actually have never seen before. And I'm like, how is this possible? I've never seen this dude. I know everybody at camp, even if it's only just a little bit, like the other guy, Jason, right? So, well, let me try this guy first. Now, Tanya did not tell me he's sitting over there. She didn't say he's in Tejas, which is one of the cabins for the boys. She didn't say anything. Just this guy named Jason who likes to write. You should meet him. So I walk up to this dude I do not know whatsoever, and I say, "Hey, are you the Jason who likes to write?" And he says, "Yeah." And he's kind of confused, maybe a little, I'm sure. He sees this girl he's never seen before, right? And I said, "Oh, well, my friend Tanya, I think she's your friend too. She said, I need to meet you. My name is Joey." And he's like, "Oh yeah, Tanya, she's cool, right?" You're like, "Yeah, she's awesome. I've known her for years." And so I said, "Well, I'm a writer too, and then I just thought, we should meet and say hi and stuff and see, So that is how we met. Now, we have, let's see, this might be a two-parter. I'm almost at my time already. So, camp is a week, as I said, and I don't know if that was Tuesday. I want to think that was Tuesday, but perhaps it was a Wednesday. I really don't know. I can't remember. One of the days that week we had a talent show. I don't remember what day that was either. But I sang "Save Yourself" by Stabbing Westward. Go fig, right? And Jason said he had noticed me because A, I was singing a rock song. B, I had my nose pierced. That's the only piercing I had. And C, you can't see it right now. If I show it to you, it'll be upside down, which is completely inappropriate. I will take a picture of my tattoo. I had one tattoo at the time. I had my nose pierced. He said he was like, oh my gosh, this girl, right? So he said he didn't know any Crip at the time. I think he knew one Crip with one tattoo, but he thought I was like totally awesome and sexy, right? So, so he noticed me at the talent show. I was singing a rock song, and then I approached him. I think it was the talent show was first, and then so he's like getting all, maybe I should check out this girl, right? So Wednesday we camped out. Thursday of that week, I broke my ankle. Oh, before I broke my ankle, when he and I were talking, when I approached him, now I was just talking because I just said this to all the guys, right? I said, "Hey, save me a dance, because there's a dance on Friday, the last dance, and they want everyone to, not be sad that they're leaving on Saturday, so they have a big old dance. My time is almost gonna cut out, so I said, save me a dance." And I was being nice, I wasn't being, any kind of way, but, so he's like, yeah, sure. And so, Thursday, I broke my ankle, and that will be part 2 because this video is almost over.